agreeing to sit with me and talk.
Awesome.
There's a lot of talk and chatter around you coming back to Brooklyn. The culture is so excited. I'm excited. We're sitting here right in that intersection of Prospect Heights and Fort Greene, down the block from Roller Wave. How does this location help drive your impact on the community, on the skate community?
I would basically say like, because we here in the Mecca of Brooklyn, like I call downtown Brooklyn or Flatbush Avenue Atlantic Terminal, that's like the 34th Street of Brooklyn, New York. You know, because we have where all of the trains meet. Like you just said, we have Prospect Heights, Fort Greene, Bed-Stuy, Cobble Hill. All of these are kind of interjecting in this one little area. So it's like very local and like it's a staple to Brooklyn, just being in this neighborhood.
This is definitely an area that everyone knows. So that's why you chose really this space?
I mean, this space chose us actually too.
Really? How so?
I mean, the landlords, they reached out to me on Instagram asking like, do we want to bring our popular traveling roller skate and disco to the mall? So why not? But it was just crazy. I felt like that was definitely like God sent because it's like the perfect neighborhood. Like I grew up over here in Crown Heights. I don't know, things came together. I was definitely from the higher power.
You know, Brooklyn has been the center of the roller skating, you know, roller disco in the 70s and the 80s for sure, right? Why do you think it has resurfaced? Why do you think skating has rolled back onto the scene?
Give myself a lot of like props for it because I started roller skating in 2015 here in Brooklyn. And when I was doing it, no one was skating here in New York City at all. Like, yeah, I would like find like little underground spots to go roller skating at. And like it would probably be like 10, 15, maybe 20 people in the building. But then when I kind of started the wave, I started bringing like trendy people from Soho, Harlem, Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, Queens. Like just different groups of like kids that like hang out and actually go party. You know, and I kind of started that wave, and then from there, I was working in this gym doing a roller wave in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, called Brooklyn Skates. When I started doing my events there, the neighborhood was gentrified as well, and like the gentrification, like the Caucasian, the Asians, every LGBTQ community, they seen these young kids that look familiar to them going inside of this gym. So it enticed them to go inside, and then after that I seen like the Daily News and New York Times kind of doing articles on these different spaces that's going on, especially what we was doing inside of Brooklyn Skates. And then after that I started seeing it trending more. Then I started hitting up like different parties like the House of Yes, the Soul House, in which I'll bring my roller skates to, and I was creating like these little discos. Then brands started reaching out to me like YouTube, Adidas, and different people. So it was kind of blowing up, but then it wasn't really until like the pandemic where like, I think because people seen it and on social media and they knew it was like something nostalgic for them and like a pastime that they grew up with and they love. Something that was like a calling when we was all going through that grief and stress there inside of our house. What activity we gonna pick up? Oh, I seen roller skating somewhere, and I think it was like a trend like worldwide or like nationwide at least. Like everybody seen it somewhere and they thought it was cool, but they never thought about doing it. But when that pandemic hit, everybody like, all right, this is the time I'm gonna go outside and try something different. But I'm definitely gonna give myself a lot of props.
You should give yourself a lot of props. How did that make you feel, just like getting, you know, for roller skating to be so well received, you know, something that you started when you were a kid, but then you started again, you know, as you got older? Yeah,
I mean, it made me feel good because also when I started, I was going through depression and, you know, my stress and figuring out my placement in this world. I kind of wanted other people to like feel the way I felt because during that time, roller skating was kind of what saved me through those dark times. And my goal was to like introduce to the more people that was like-minded. So like right now, more people are into mental awareness. Back in those times, like say early 2000s, 2010s, early 2010s, he wasn't talking about it as much as they are right now.
Yeah.
So I think it was something, it made me just feel great because now I'm hearing the testimonies and more people are opening up and being more vulnerable about what they're going through, how they're feeling, and how this roller skating is an outlet for them. And it's just like, wow, like I created something that's outlet for myself that I want other people to feel, and it's like happening in real time.
Yeah, that's dope. I really think the pandemic, like honestly, brought out a lot of things like with mental health and more people to get involved and raise awareness about it. Is that something that you plan to have Rollerwave potentially do, or, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we do it because it's an activity, you know. We roller skating, and where roller skating is fitness. With fitness,
that's true.
we like boosting our serotonin, our endorphins, and stuff like that. So why even they're doing it, even if you don't know what it's doing for you mentally, like you're really clearing your mind. It's like very meditative when you're out there putting on skates. And then you also get to be with a community that's sharing an enjoyous moment, you know?
Yeah.
And just that whole community vibe, that collective energy, it kind of just boosts up the morale for the whole room, where we just kind of create like more positivity into the space.
Okay. Now, I know, and you've talked about this like previously, that, you know, roller skating saved your life. Were there any other outlets that you tried before, you know, jumping into roller skating?
Doing roller skating, I was like practicing DJing, so like playing music. Like growing up as a kid, I loved music. I loved activities. Also, I was an avid runner. I ran the 2017 New York Marathon. Before that, I did a half marathon, and I was running like 10 to 15 miles a day. You know, so I feel like with roller skating, it kind of put everything in like unison and like this complete circle with the fitness, the music. You know. Rollerwave existing right now is just because it's a new climate, you know. It's more positivity going on right now. But like at that time, you know how it was for gentrification. There's a lot more violence and negative things going on here in Brooklyn, New York. So.
Do you envision the Rollerwave as something you can pass down to your children?
Yeah, I definitely do think, because I feel like as we grow in technology, the way we live our lives are growing. So like, even if it's not my child, it's somebody else's child, that we could pass on our touch of roller skating to that next person, and they could recreate what I recreated from what my parents did in the past with roller skating. They'll do the same thing for the future.
We both have skated at Empire. It's a part of our culture.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you tried to like recreate Empire, or do you think you totally just wanted to go with building up something different?
I definitely had the idea of recreating Empire. I had a conversation earlier today with somebody that also went to Empire roller skating rink, because I had a party here last weekend, and what we tried to do was skate in for a certain amount of time, and then clear the skate floor for dancing, and that's what we used to do at Empire on teen night. Yeah, so like that was the thing. So like, it was definitely like a lot of that stuff that we did at Empire, like I wanted to recreate it here. You know, just like more modernized and more adult vibes with it, you know?
Can you tell me the first time that you put on your skates and how that made you feel?
I would say as a kid, it was great. I think I remember that song Peaches and Cream was out when I was young, from 112. And I remember putting on the skates and actually getting to skate around with some girl that I liked in my classroom. And like that was like one of my like first young roller skating experiences.
That felt good then.
Felt good because I was always an introvert or like very shy and quiet. So like if I go out and express myself in a different way without having to talk to you, and I used that through the roller skating, and that's what I did that day. So that was amazing. And then as an adult, I went to a skate party actually at Prospect Park. It was a company party.
Okay. When was this?
This was in 2015.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be the most boring out party ever. I was like, who the hell roller skates anymore? I haven't roller skated since I was 14, 15 years old. Like, that sounds corny, but I went. It was open bar event, everybody drinking and drunk. I'm like, I'm going to go try out these skates. Went to the skate floor. I was the only person on the skate floor. The DJ was playing house music. I love house music. Went out there, and it was kind of coming back to me like, yo, this is fun right here.
I know you was killing it.
I wasn't killing it that night. I remember I was pushing myself off the wall to go backwards, because I used to know how to go backwards as a kid. So I'm like, I know I still have it, but I'm like trying to relearn it. But then every day after that, I went to the roller skating rink just to practice to go backwards. Yeah.
What's next for Rollerwave? Did you guys get a renewal?
Yeah, we're definitely talking extensions. The landlords, the community, everybody wants us to be here, so that's one thing, and we're also talking about expansion into other states as well.
I love that.
Yeah, it's something very different from your average roller skating rink. We come with our own vibe that's very authentic, very modernized, something new. So this can be recreated anywhere, like you just said, in Miami, Los Angeles.
What does set Rollaway apart from other skating rinks, right? I know you guys do a lot of community events as well, so tell me about that.
I mean, I feel like for one, it's not your traditional skating rink. You go to your traditional skating rink, it's just that big wood floor, and that's it. Sometimes you might not get no refreshments.
Yeah.
You might not get no drinks. You might not get anything. It's just like hardcore getting out on that skate floor. With the roller wave, we bring a different vibe that's more friendly to beginner skaters.
Like me.
Intermediate, yeah. Like, I feel like roller wave is like a starting point for people, like if they want to transition to be an advanced and pro skater, this is kind of where you get your start at.
Okay.
So we kind of just make it feel more lighthearted too, with our approach of where we do our events.
Yeah.
So you come in, you're not only just roller skating, you're at a party too. So we combining those two things to make you want to go skate, and that's definitely what's different. I think it's that party, that joyful, and that it's a safe space, you know? For like, you know, black women, LGBTQ people to be safe.
Yeah.
So like, that's basically the rollaway vibe. There's like so much that make it up. I wish I could put it in one word.
Yeah, no, but
I will one day.
but you did though, you know, like this is a safe space for everyone to be at, all ages, all races, or anything. Everyone could come here. And I read something about moving meditation. So is that like a actual like time that you could come to do that, or is it just the experience of roller wave is movement meditation?
Yeah, like right now, this could be considered a movement meditation.
Got it.
Like while it's kind of quiet in here, you know, we got like good jazzy R&B music going on, and you just like zone out and just float around the ring.
I remember we were talking a little bit earlier about you and wellness, you know, from, you know, inside and like breath work that you do to yoga to this. Is this something that you want to share more, you know, with people, like about just mental health and how much roller skating can help with that? Yeah,
I think that's the main factor for what I'm doing. Like, my belief is just like spreading awareness for like mental health, you know, especially in African American communities.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And like that, it's a wrap.
All right, Jennifer. So yes, thank you for talking with me. You are the owner of Buds to Roses, and they provide all of the food here at Rollaway, right? Yes. So tell me, what type of food can people expect to get here?
Well, Buds to Roses manages all the concessions here at Rollaway, so that's the food and the bar, and we also do the events within it. But right now, what you can expect to have is the most amazing Mexican food from our restaurant partner, Chella. Like authentic and delicious food that it was really important to me that when you came here and you were here with your kids and you got something to eat, you wouldn't regret it when you got home. Okay. Like it's good food that you can feel comfortable and confident eating.
Yes, yes. So we all love a taco, right?
Yes.
We all love bowls, so I can't wait to try some.
Yes.
What's like the best-selling item here?
The tacos are definitely the most popular. We're thinking about, now that we've gotten the extension, I'm sure Harry mentioned, we're going to start implementing Taco Tuesday and like really, offer that up to the community.
So we can skate, we can get our tacos on over here. That's going to be cute.
Exactly.
How do you feel being in this neighborhood as a Black-owned, minority-owned, female-owned business?
Yes. I love it because it means so much to me because I'm from the community, right? Yeah. So I love that I get to service the community I live in. And that means a lot to me. Brooklyn has changed a lot over the last 10 years, right?
Yes.
And I think my company speaks to the legacy of Brooklyn, but also like we can change and we can adapt and be welcoming to everybody.
Yeah.
So that's what we love most.
I love that. I love that. I'm here to support you. I'm here to support
and you too.
Buds to Roses.
Yes, Brooklyn. Yes.
This girl sells Brooklyn, and I'm here for all of the Black-owned businesses for sure.